The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. No man has a right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. If a man comes to the door of poetry untouched by the madness of the muses, believing that technique alone will make him a good poet, he and his sane compositions never reach perfection, but are utterly eclipsed by the performances of the inspired madman. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well, and to live well meant, along with more enjoyable things in life, to live according to your principles. If all our misfortunes were laid in one common heap whence every one must take an equal portion, most people would be content to take their own and depart. One who is injured ought not to return the injury, for on no account can it be right to do an injustice, and it is not right to return an injury, or to do evil to any man, however much we have suffered from him. Are you not ashamed of caring so much for the making of money and for fame and prestige, when you neither think nor care about wisdom and truth and the improvement of your soul? Well, although I do not suppose that either of us know anything really beautiful and good, I am better off than he is, for he knows nothing and thinks that he knows. I neither know nor think that I know. For the poet is a light and winged and holy thing, and there is no invention in him until he has been inspired and is out of his senses, and the mind is no longer in him. When he is not attained to this state, he is powerless and is unable to utter his oracles. It is a disgrace to grow old through sheer carelessness before seeing what manner of man you may become by developing your bodily strength and beauty to their highest limit. Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. Stupid people already have all the answers. Wealth does not bring about excellence, but excellence makes wealth and everything else good for men, both individually and collectively. A system of morality which is based on relative emotional values is a mere illusion, a thoroughly vulgar conception which has nothing sound in it and nothing true. And so they grow richer and richer, and the more they think of making a fortune, the less they think of virtue. For when riches and virtue are placed together in the scales of the balance, the one always rises as the other falls. Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs. Therefore avoid undue elation in prosperity, or undue depression in adversity. The true champion of justice, if he intends to survive even for a short time, must necessarily confine himself to private life and leave politics alone. As for me, all I know is that I know nothing, for when I don't know what justice is, I'll hardly know whether it is a kind of virtue or not, or whether a person who has it is happy or unhappy. I soon realized that poets do not compose their poems with knowledge, but by some inborn talent and by inspiration, like seers and prophets who also say many fine things without any understanding of what they say. No one knows whether death may not be the greatest of all blessings for a man, yet men fear it as if they knew it was the greatest of evils. Remember, no human condition is ever permanent. Then you will not be overjoyed in good fortune, nor too sorrowful in misfortune. By far the greatest and most admirable form of wisdom is that needed to plan and beautify cities and human communities. To fear death, gentlemen, is no other than to think oneself wise when one is not, to think one knows what one does not know. Is there anyone to whom you entrust a greater number of serious matters than your wife? And is there anyone with whom you have fewer conversations?